What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tell It How It Is. No filter. Voice of Reason here. And this is episode 181. Feeling my new mug? I have a new challenge for you guys. Wait, hold on. NF. So every edition, I'm going to ask the viewers to guess what's in my cup. If you guess correctly, I'll shout you out in the following segment. And if you do anything, music, photography, podcast, whatever craft you have, if you win, I will post you for a whole day. In my stories, in my feed. That's a promise. So, first contest. What's in my cup? Don't worry, I'll wait. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Hope all is well. Positive thoughts. I am grateful, so grateful for the last segment viewers. Those numbers are very impressive. So thank you to everyone that tuned in last segment, episode 180, which is still buzzing, with my guest AP, the CEO. Follow him on the gram. That was a dope conversation, and I just love the vibes of it all. And the views are showing. I'm grateful to you guys. But I need you to subscribe. I need you to subscribe to the channel. Voice of Reason NF, one word. Voice of Reason NF. I need you to subscribe, folks. Go to YouTube right now, subscribe. Hit that like button. Make your comments. Share. I'm grateful. I'm going to still be here, but I'm just saying. It doesn't take much, folks. I appreciate it. Each and every one that does it. Let me get to it. On a sad note, I want to report that 5 people were shot in Coney Island over the weekend. One died. He was in his 40s. The other 2 were injured, of course. 2 women, 2 men, all in their 30s and 40s. This is like old, you know what I mean? Like, not old, but like, these are people who should have, what can I say about them? I don't know them. But when you hear those ages, you don't want to hear anybody getting shot, but when they're upper, we're going to say upper. It's like unfortunate, man, more unfortunate, because, life is a success thing. The older you get, the longer you can survive. You start to build a legacy, or at least a story, and you should have some stories and some experiences. So, that's what I really meant by it. It don't take away from whoever gets shot, whoever dies. It's still a tragedy. It's always a bad move. So this was in Coney Island, the CI houses by West 29th. So my condolences and my prayers to all, affected by this, the families and all. And there's never enough talk, and there will never be enough talk. And maybe there needs to be no talk and more action on this gun violence and how accessible guns are, and what can we do about this, and do we have any suggestions or any solutions whatsoever? So I don't know. My condolences though, and prayers go to the families, for everyone, from the guy who passed to the ones who's suffering the injuries. That's all I really have in current events besides the sports I'm going to get to. Preseason football. We're in full swing now. Preseason don't count. A lot of people will say that. A lot of people will minus that. This is where they try to feel out the players, see who, gels together, who doesn't. You know what I mean? So, let's see how that rock out. I'll give you some stats. Again, it may not matter to you because of preseason. So in the AFC, I gotta rub this in, even though I'm not a fan, but to report this first one is wow. So the Jets are in first place in the AFC. 3-0. 3-0. Baltimore's also first, 3-0. Houston Texans, 3-0. Las Vegas, 4-0. There go your first place teams in the AFC. In the NFC, Dallas 2-1, tied with the Giants for first. Chicago 3-0 first. The Panthers 2-1 first. And San Francisco, the Niners 2-1 in first. There go your top teams as far as preseason goes. We know again that that's just a tip of the iceberg and they're filling shit out. I'm rooting for Russell. I ain't gonna hold you. So I'm seeing what Russell gonna do with Denver. I don't think he's played yet. I'm not sure, but I know the last game I watched, I believe they were playing. They won, but I didn't see him play. Damn, that was so recent, and I can't remember who they were playing. That's crazy. Wow. Anyhow, baseball. The Yankees have 31 games left. Pretty much almost everyone has that similar number. You know, baseball is so long that even when we get to these months, we know we're nearing playoff. They play so many I didn't think that they still had that many games left. It's just crazy how that goes. But in any event, the top 5 in all of baseball is the Dodgers at 88-38. Houston Astros. They're annoying to me, bro, but they're talented. 82-47. Mets, 82-47, third, so that's tied. Houston and the Mets are tied. Atlanta, 79-49, and the Yankees, 78-49. So, we have 2 New York teams in the top 5. Interesting. Whole lot. I had to give that because, you know. What's buzzing? Khaled dropped the joint. Don't know the name. He works so hard and he always comes out of left. I don't know the name of it. I gotta applaud this man's consistency in the music game. It's definitely a breath of fresh air and motivational for guys like me. So I gotta give Khaled his flowers if I haven't done it before on this channel. Shout to Khaled. But in any event, everybody's going crazy. This song, God Did, Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, John Legend, and Hove. I didn't say Jay-Z, I said Hove. This man went for like 3 minutes, maybe more than that, but I'm going to account for 3 minutes. And you know how you can root for somebody and you just know their skill set and you're not really surprised by the outcome. So, you know, for all the Mayweather fans, when he was boxing, you kind of knew he was going to win. Like, you really wasn't surprised at the W. You would be surprised if he lost or if it was close. This is the whole thing. So while everybody could run and get crazy about it, now granted in his older age, not to try to say he's old over the top, but you know, more recently than, you know, his earlier days, he may have had verses or things that were like, all right, but you don't really tarnish your legacy unless you come out here and you go 0 for 10. So even in the few that I was like, he's already squared. If rap got Hall of Fame, he's already squared. So when I heard this, do I sound like I'm not excited? No, that's not the case. It's like, that's what I expect from him. It's dope, but like this go crazy, everybody's doing. I'm like, did y'all ever listen to Reasonable Doubt? Anybody that's surprised that God did or looks at Jay-Z any higher than they've had prior, go listen to Reasonable Doubt. Because to me, he's doing what he do. It's dope. I don't want to take away from it. That's a long time. 3 minutes to keep an attention. That says it right there. It's hard to keep you mofos' attention for more than a minute. Shout out to Rick Ross and Wayne on there. Wayne killed it too. He just in a bad position because, I mean, I got to really go back and analyze to see if I like Wayne's verse better than Ross's. And yes, I'm competitive like that. But for Wayne to go before Hove, it's kind of hard to really tell and remember what Wayne said to me. Sorry, Wayne. But it was dope. I do remember liking it. So I'm going to go back and holler back on that. So it's not to minus that. But shout to Hov. You did what you supposed to do. The Eminem and Kanye joint, I forgot what that's called. Something about gospel. Kanye singing the hook. It's cute. Listen, Kanye, he can hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? Like really grab me or just really leave me like, also. Listen, I do music too, so I'm be the hardest critic. But I can take that same smoke. So if you listen to me or whatever, leave your comments. Say what you say. But anyway, Eminem, and whoever really knows me intimately, that he's in my top 5. M is in my top 5. I said it on this platform. I like it. I don't love it. It's good to hear him. When you're a fan, sometimes it's good to just hear your folks. You feel me? So, I like it. I don't love it. Appreciate how there was no sub in there on Game, I don't think. Especially with Game doing that diss song where he sound just like the boy. But, anyway, leave that there. The Jadakiss interlude. Dope. Doing the New York in the beginning. I thought like he was going to remix that verse. Remix with that beat. But I like where he went with it as well. These guys are just doing what they do. So that's why it doesn't really rattle me like that. Like, I would be able to talk more if they didn't do what they supposed to do. So kudos to Khaled. Kudos to Jay. I even give kudos to Kanye and M on that. And shout out Jada. And that's where I leave that. She-Hulk. I may have misled my viewers and listeners. I was under the impression it was a movie, or gonna be a movie. I've mentioned this already here. I don't know if it was last episode, maybe 2 episodes ago. I really thought it was a movie. Then, when I found out it wasn't a movie, I kind of criticized it a little because I'm like, why would you make that a series? That's risky. Do you think that's a good hustling mindset? Like, do you do a movie and just get the big bag off the rip, or you hope to get the big bag off rip, or do you break it down in a series and hope to get bread along the way consistently because people really gonna gravitate towards it? So do you do the short con or the long one? Because that's all business is. So can I really knock them for going the series route? I don't know. But at first, I wanted it to be a movie. Just mesh that shit together, give us the product. But they want to series the shit out, fine. Maybe they're taking a lesson learned from the previous regular Hulk movies. Because remember, they went 1 for 2. Because that first, no. 1 for 1. Well, how many? It was that first one with that dull-ass Hulk. He's a good actor, but he wasn't supposed to, I don't know if I could even say that. He's not a bad, terrible actor. What I'm saying is I don't think he was for that. So that first Hulk movie, what was that, 2008 or whatever? That was horrible. Then they did the one with Edward Norton. Now, we know Edward Norton is a great actor. So maybe that's a success. So maybe because of those trials and tribulations, maybe that has something to do with why it's a series. But in any event, I actually sat down and watched it. The first 2 episodes is available now. I had to warm up, but I'm fucking with it. So the backstory for those who are not Marvel savvy, people who weren't into the comic books and Stan Lee, like, we know growing up for my 80s babies. Is this the story though? See, because look, I done did all that introduction on it and maybe I don't have my shit straight. So the story they gave me was that obviously Jennifer Walters and Bruce Banner are cousins. They were driving and they got into a car accident because of a fucking spaceship. So in the car accident, Bruce Banner's blood meshed with Jennifer Walters' blood. And because of that, she instantly was exposed to the gamma rays that make Bruce Banner the Hulk. So she almost changed instantly. So that's kind of actually interesting for me, and I like that. So you mean to tell me if I was driving with Bruce Banner and we got into an accident, I would have the same shit if bloods mesh?
That's arguable, but I like that. Anyway, so that's how she is, right? So she's an attorney at law. She's trying to just go back and do her due diligence because like the most of us, she got student loans, right? That's what she's stressing. I don't want to really give it all away. I'm probably just going to leave you there in suspense, but she's battling the whole superhero shit versus want to just be a regular attorney where she went to school and she's just trying to, get to the paper like that. She's not really enticed by the whole superhero shit, even though life is life. You know what I'm saying? You in there now, she can't just really bypass that like she could ignore it. So check that out. I thought it was decent, no doubt. Since we on shows, Raising Kanan is back. I haven't seen the latest one yet. And I know this is going to come out when y'all like, huh? How you missed that? I don't have nothing on that one. The first two, y'all got it. The first one is kind of like a little all over the place for a sec. The second one kind of settled in. 50 in them and all the writing teams and the production and all that. I know they're going to get it right. So I have high aspirations for that. The Shy. We have one episode remaining. That was dope. I love the season. And shout out to the writers, the creators. Shout out Showtime. Shy is the shit to me. So Tiff is a whore. Sorry to expose some of it. Emmett is on my type of time. We behave nowadays. You feel me? Temptation is a motherfucker, but we behave. I ain't gonna go too much deeper. That's crazy how the parents think he's selling drugs. He winning video games. I don't want to blow it up. And that's it. Check out The Shy, man. It's dope. Again, we have one episode left, and I'm excited for it. I think that's all with the shows.
Let's get to the joints. Ooh, I don't even know where to begin. Let me not sugarcoat it. Guess my fluids. Guess what I'm drinking? If you're correct, leave it in the comments. Leave it anywhere where I can see. And if you have a craft, any content, I will post for a whole day. Story and newsfeed. You gotta get it right though. I'm gonna tackle this one. What's harder to repair? Mental or physical? And does age matter?
I think the issue is this conversation can go many ways because
some people are going to just charge it to what's more important to them. Not so much entirely, on how they feel. From a generalization standpoint, yeah, I got to pour low. You ain't even getting any clues of what I got here. I'm just filling up, refilling. Clearly, I would say age doesn't matter and that mental is harder to repair. We can make exaggerating situations. You can say someone that's 500 pounds, 5'5", that is going to be harder to get them right than probably a lot of mental issues that we can label. I'm not going to sit here and really make this crazy because we're talking in general here. So, the human's mind, the human's mental is really delicate. Physical can be as well. The safest argument to tackle this is to obviously give the harder job of the mental. Because if you take on that and you're successful, that would help with physical.
But now let's make it tricky. If you decide to go the physical route and feel like that's harder, maybe that repairs your mental, but maybe it's only partial, depending on how many mental issues you have. You see, working out and being conscious of your health is a good mindset to be in, but it could stop there. If you got these other things about you that's crazy mentally, I don't think repairing the physical or being all about that is going to help all of your mental. It may change some, and you know what? Miracles can happen. Maybe it changes a certain part of it, and over time it can trickle down and begin to repair the other parts of your mental. But the logical way to go, and I guess you got to be mental to get that, is to go at the mental first for repair, call it harder, work diligently, because if you repair all aspects, or at least majority, because some of us are just left with some mental things that may never repair. Let's keep it a stack. And I guess that will play the role into why we are not flawless. So, attack the mental, try to repair as much of that as you can, and then maybe it trickles down and you get your physical right. And that still takes dedication. So if you really want to be honest, I'm just being logical and strong-minded and good spirits to sit here and separate the two, when for some both can be as equally difficult to tackle, because some can get your mind right and your physical never right. It just puts you in a position to at least be conscious of it, because people are not stupid. You know, you may speak to some folks that's really mentally strong, and then you look at their appearance. No disrespect, like, you know, if you happy or you comfortable in your skin, do you. I got a little sidebar about that I happened to come across recently, just visually. You know me, whoever knows me, I'm nosy, but I'm nosy with a good purpose, to have content. So not nosy like I butt in and really check shit out, but whatever. The mental though is delicate, like I said, and we probably can't tackle everything about our mental that may need repair. But the most of it that we can get is a success story. I'd rather hear that somebody's mental been checked than their physical. But again, the physical can come along in time. Mental, you need to wake up tomorrow. If you want to choose, in my opinion, to wake up tomorrow and begin repair, I would go mental first. And I do agree, and I do feel that mental is harder to repair than physical. How do you feel? Leave me a comment. Holla at me on that one. But I'm going to stand with the mental is harder to repair, but the most important to repair. You should tackle that first. Admiration or attraction, or both, and or, sometimes comes easily, but it may be temporarily and not consistent. The reason for this statement is to back it by saying it's rare, right? When you meet someone, I'm not gonna specify. When you meet someone special, or you mentally tell yourself they're special, or something about meeting them is special, or something about the interaction makes you label it special. It's rare. But don't take it, I was going to say for granted, but that would be the other person. Don't take that right there and then as, oh, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. I found it. I'm locked in. This is it right here. You still have to tread light. Take your time and really see the situation for what it is. Because it's dangerous, because it's rare, that if you encounter it, you thinking, let me hold on to this because I don't normally see this. But I think a lot of people are good at clicking in the beginning. I think it's more recent than ever. People can try to put their best foot forward and try too hard to impress while the other person's being them. Or both people could be trying to impress. Or both people are full of shit. And all of these scenarios still can paint the picture like something's good going on here. Like, yo, we on to something right here. But times is hard. You've seen how life's been the last few years. Especially age. I don't want to put a label on age being old or getting up there. I'm going to leave that alone because we all going to climb that ladder. So let's not judge that. But I'm saying, if something feels good, what do? Gyrate towards it. Start to ignore shit. Don't really analyze like we fully should. Some do, but some need to do it harder. Because you see, you're not really going to get the whole story right away. Again, people that are full of shit are great at it. You know, people who are in the moment will go all out and have great energy initially. But it may fade. Nothing's forever. Listen, even the scenario that turns out to be the one for you, where you've done your cautious things, where you've said, I've took my time, it still may not be forever. So just be conscious of that. So now if you don't do homework and research and take your time and you're just going off that high, damn, this feels good. You're just going to be going and going and going. But you're not really going nowhere. You know what I mean? It's not progressing. It's not, you know, shout out, I haven't done it in a while. Shout out Fresh and Fit. I've been watching more recently Alpha Male Strategies, so shout him out. And it's true, a lot of the things they say about us, you know, we want the easy way out. We want to just, you know, why can't something just be like this? You know, I meet you or I get to this position and that's it. My problems are solved. Life ain't fair like that. It ain't never been that fair. There's this thing called luck, but it ain't fair. And it just, that's not how, you know what I mean? Things ain't just that easily designed. Hard work really means hard work in everything you do. Dedication, time, patience. This is a real thing across the globe, no matter what continent you on. So we're not going to live life, well, I don't live life on luck. Because I don't got shit like that. And I ain't never been a lucky nigga. And I ain't saying I'm a nigga, lucky Negro there. But going back to throwing a little punchline on the sideline of that is when I said, you beta males, sorry, I could have been one. You might call me borderline beta. You really got these, I won't judge by size or look per se. Let's put the number on it. So men, keep it a stack. What's the most important off rip at first when meeting a female? Attraction, physical attraction. You know we got the numbers. You could settle for 6 and 7s, but you want a 9 or 10. The settling for the 6 or 7s is, you know, for physical intercourse, of course. But you want to really be with a 9 or 10, even if it's not for long term. In fact, isn't it a man's dream to be able to have just a fling with a 9 or 10? Fellas, keep it a stack. How many of us has one night stands or no pressure, just sex with a 9 or 10? Your status gotta be through the roof, or you gotta really talk a good one, right? But anyway, not to get too off track. You beta males telling, you know, gassing up these 5 and 6s into thinking they better than that or they something special. Now, you fuck the game up for them. Because alpha males gonna see these 5s and 6s. And even an alpha male could slip and you know, have fun. I won't keep using, you know, like sex. I try to be not family friendly, because when I upload this, I never say it's for the kids. So it's not friendly like that. But I can reduce, you know, my verbiage. So to have fun with, which if you grown, you get it. Just doing you. You know these terms. So an alpha male could do them with a 5 or 6. Like, you know, when it's a dry spell. They try not to. You know, if they got a lot to put on the table besides long term, they should be able to avoid that. But if they did go there, you beta males is messing it up for the 5, 6, and 7s that might get it, but because you beta males have gassed them to the freaking point where they think that they're a 9 or 10, shit is crazy out here, looking wacky. You know what I'm saying? Again, I observe, I'm out there. I'm seeing it too much. You 5, 6, and 7s. And it's not a shot at you. I love the ladies. Listen, women, do you. If you could get what you want out of life by any means and how you do it, who am I to knock your path and how you want to live your life? This is not personal. It's not a jab. And you can call me a 5, 6, or 7. I don't feel like I carry my... Well, we did the ratings last time, right? I'm just saying. It's just entertainment to me. You're going to be what you're going to be. You're going to do what you want to do. Of course, 5, the 5 and 6s all know they're 5 and 6s. So you got the difference between the 5 and 6 that know that and sort of humble themselves. Not saying they're open to talk to anyone and they got to look like they got a for sale sign and anyone can holler. I'm just saying, status though. If you are 5 or 6 as a female, you are socially aware. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You're socially aware. So when you come across an alpha male, because there's levels to alpha male, he could be a beginning alpha male and he going to, promote. He going to elevate, become the medium to the high. Because there's the highest level of alpha male. There's still, you could get in the alpha male door, fellas, by certain mindsets, the way you move, and how you manage yourself. You could get in the door as a beginning alpha male in the beginning stages and still be considered alpha. So what I'm saying is women are very socially aware. If they know you've entered alpha male status, even at the low end, there's a 5 and 6 that's humble enough to know that she's not up there. And if there's an interaction, she should consider it. Still have your guard up. Guys are crazy, pervs, weirdos. Yes, that protection side of it, I'm not mad at that. I'm talking about just the humility, like if there's an exchange. Listen, guys are socially aware too. We know that you know what I mean? And the same way we're judged is not fair, and that's life. If I'm 5'8", 300 pounds, I cannot walk around here like I'm a 10, unless I'm rich. And I'm still being delusional because I'm letting the money make it seem like that's enough, and for some it is, that I can walk around here like I'm perfect. But if a woman who's a 5 or 6, and she can have no money, walk around here and you beta males, hype it up, and they think they a 10 now. It's just terrible. Terrible. I'm going to just leave that there. It just was something that I came across recently, when I went to the store. But whatever. What contents I have in here, fellas and ladies and gentlemen, and what do I have in here? I'm going to keep shouting that every few moments. Let's speed along. So mental's harder to repair. Work on that. Also, do research on what feels good right away. Still take your time. Just because it comes fast doesn't mean it's for you. Don't believe in this overnight shit. Don't believe in I don't want to totally smash no love at first sight, but it's slim to none. Do research. Take your time. If it's meant, it'll be. I know life is short. I know it's been a rough road. So anything that's good, you want to gyrate towards that and just live in the moment and hope that it goes. But life is not that easy. Take your time. Clock is ticking, I know. All right. Wow, I'm breezing through stuff. I haven't even done my check off. A woman can't love a man she doesn't respect. Big one. Big ting nut. Fellas, that is the highest level of that toxic shit, I gotta be honest. Highest level. Because the way they talk, if you're in a relationship, situationship, it says a lot about how your lady talks to you, addresses you. Just the tone, the body language. We gotta nip this in the butt right away. I don't care what hole she has on you. And it's easier said than done. A lot of guys, I've seen, even in my life, it's been a lot of, not a lot, but like easier said than done shit.
You witness it or you experience it or it's you. And you notice the fuck shit and you don't just pick up and go right away. So I don't want to make it seem like that transition is easy, but I want you to get in the mindset that it is easy, and I'm going to fucking do that to preserve my peace, because peace does not have a dollar amount. That is not something for purchase. Money, you could get it back. And it may not be easy. And age matters. Physical health matters. Just your resume in general matters. But you need to roll the dice that you will get money again. But you're not going to get your peace again if you don't make this move to get out of anything toxic, anything that's not in favor for you. So I stand completely behind this statement that a woman can't love a man she don't respect. And it's not fucking rocket science the way she talks to you. And we ain't getting to the treat you part, because that's just like a recipe for disaster, because it's going to go with the way she talks to you. So obviously how she treats you going to show as well. But it starts with the verbiage. Definitely. So listen closely, pay attention to the signs. And men, I want you to react right away, because I don't think you're in a vulnerable state like that to feel like, what? You gonna tell me she might be the breadwinner, she making 6 figures, you at McDonald's, so you wanna sit that out? We not designed like that. You below beta. And shout out to my coworker, won't say no name, that gave me that breakdown, that it goes past alpha and beta, sigma and all these other ones. I have to go research it again, and I may do a segment just on breaking those down. But it's not really the level. I'm gonna get into it when I got more of it. I'm just saying that, come on. Men, we're the providers, we're the breadwinner, we're supposed to be the strong one. If you're in a situation where you kind of down and out for a moment, I get that. We're still human beings overall, and we have rises and falls. So if you're on your fall, I get it. But you should still motivate yourself out of that in general. Even if you wasn't with someone even if you wasn't with someone who don't respect you. If you with someone who respects you, you still supposed to climb out of that just cause. So I don't want to hear you're down and out and you stuck there and now you have to deal with this toxic shit of no respect. No, wake the fuck up. A woman can't love a man she don't respect. That's just it. That's it. It's over. That's it. Let me speed through. Ain't nothing else to talk about with that. It's as simple as it says. The talk to you, the how she treats you. Get out of it. I'm repeating myself because it doesn't really get through to some. There's a lot going on and you want to retaliate physically because it's overwhelming. Just go, brother. Just go, my brothers. Leave. Try to get out of that shit today. Yesterday. Little parched. You show it. Excellent. Closing out. Is online dating really effective? All right. I have very little experience here. The most I've done is Plenty of Fish. It wasn't successful for me. The thing is, and I'm going to jump out on a limb here. Alpha males, right? Even beta males that's on their way to alpha. It's never a wrap for you. So wherever you at, you ain't got to stay there. But let's say we're not even going to judge alpha beta. We're just going to talk about the individual. So let's say, guys, you are outgoing. Speak your mind. You have some social awareness. You can interact. You're sort of a people person. You make enough money. You know, you're no slouch. You are grinding. You get up and you go work. I'm going to call the dating online thing
like a 5-hour energy or a Red Bull. So you see how it's actually the opposite. I'm sorry. I'm using strategy in reverse. So for a Red Bull 5-hour energy to kick in, at least for me, I have to have some type of energy already. I can't be on E, no energy at all, didn't sleep at all, and think a 5-hour or a Red Bull is going to help. And if it does, it's so temporary, it's going to crash like a mall. You know what I'm saying? It's not really the solution. So I say the opposite in online dating, because I guess people get the mindset that if they just got a little qualities, a few things going for them, that the online dating is supposed to push and exemplify that to get you somebody. Well, that's probably the goal, and that's the setup, and that's how we would hope it goes, that you only need to have a little things going for you, and then you can flourish with this online dating. I tend to think, and it's just my opinion, comment absolutely. I think online dating should be for people who don't have anything going. So they basically starting from the ground up. And hopefully this could carry them. Or should I say, I would hope that's the story, because that's the only people that should be on there. And I wish that can help them with their problems. So I don't know, investment is a good thing, and you have to have money for shit. But that would be my goal. If I was able to start an online dating system and tell them the truth, men and women, this can work and will only work if you're rock bottom. Like you have no social skills, you have nothing going for yourself whatsoever. Let's try to fix those people. You other people, you just fucking lazy or like unmotivated that you gotta go to this online dating shit when you have some of the basic tools. And that's the problem. Social media and internet got us like where that authentic just meeting people in the street is weird or dying out or not effective to whose eyes or limited. You know what was the first like reality check for me? And this is a long time ago. A reality check for me was following somebody. I don't remember if it was Facebook or wherever, right? They follow me back. We liking shit, pics, liking posts. And people are political, because even with my shit now, if I post my son, me working out, at work, the likes is political. But when I just post just me, my music, that's political. So I say that to say, if you following somebody and you like a couple of their flicks and all of that, and then you see them in person and it's like, that shit crazy. So we sitting there liking each other's stuff. And I don't mean you're supposed to interact with every motherfucker. I'm just saying, I'm talking about the years ago when that first was a reality. Like, oh shit. Because I'm aware. Some people may act, play this non-social aware shit that they following people and then they in the same vicinity as them and they don't recognize that that's the person they've been liking the last 5 pics in the last couple days. I'm not that naive. If I follow you and I've followed you and I've liked a photo or I've liked something you posted, I know that's you if I'm in the room. Yo, what's the name? You can't tell me you're not that socially aware. And maybe I'll give men a pass on that, but women, y'all full of shit. You are so socially aware. You know who followed you. You need to tell me if a nigga liked your pics 10 minutes ago, you walk to the store, you run into that motherfucker, you don't know that's him. But I guess you feel you don't have to break ice or be aggressive or acknowledge that. But if he was to say something, just don't cap. That's my thing. Y'all don't gotta break the ice. Women, you ain't gotta be aggressors. I'm not saying that. Be in y'all lane how y'all do. But if the guy's aggressive like that and cause he know that's you, don't play like you don't know who the fuck he is. You could just, you could say whatever to shut it down after being polite at first. Like, look, okay, yeah, cool, yeah, you the one, got you, but I'm on this type of time. That's fine. I know that's like scary because there's weirdos, niggas kidnapping, shit crazy. I'm just saying, it's cap to me. It's cap. So, is online dating really effective? I can't really say for sure. This is the one time I'm not going to really tell you a yes or no. I just feel like if you have some social skills, if you have anything going for you fellas, women, I can't really talk to y'all on that, because if y'all need to go that route, that's like ass backwards to me, because I got women as the most socially aware out the two genders. So you can't rock without that. But if you gotta go that route, I hear you. But I can't really say. And I think that only people with no skills, no social awareness, it's for the rock bottom for me. We should really advocate this, that it should go to people who are really rock bottom. Not if you know what you're doing and you've dated prior without it, should you need it. That's just my opinion. So you digest that. Give me your comments on that, fellas and ladies. And if I want to close out and say, who should it advantage more? Online dating should probably advantage the woman more. This is tricky. I don't know. I can't even say that's for sure. I might want to minus that statement. No. Ladies, no. I take that back. It should really favor for the men more. Because women, but I'm a mess. Because it gotta be both for it to work. You can't even say that. So I'm just all over the place right now, and I need to get out of here because the contents in this cup got me tripping. It's gotta be both, because both needs to, come together. If the guy's using it and it benefits him, he still needs the ladies to be there for it to be effective with. So you can't really pick a side and say who it benefits more, because both need to benefit to come together. What a comeback, Hush. I'm sorry. Voice of reason. Again, what's in my cup? Guess, get it right, and I'll post you for a day. Till next time, stay safe. Holla back.